difference between function and method, and we're going to deal about a question and then assignment. So can anyone recap about the last week? So not last week, the last session's topic, nested if-else. Vaiga.
Last session we learned about range and list, right?
Nested.
Okay. Okay, if else statement we learn about right.
The variation quiz.
I think someone else can do it.
The K-pop question asked by Tanishka.
Okay, like in if else statements, for example, like if someone asks me, do you like K-pop? And I say yes. So again, if it is true, satisfied, then there'll be multiple questions under that. And immediately if I say no, then there won't be any other question related to that. So nested in the sense like there'll be a lot of code under that. Is that right?
Almost correct. Nested if-else means first there'll be a if statement. If it is satisfied, then again under that there'll be again an if statement and else statement. If first if is not satisfied, then it will directly go to else. Then can anyone make out the difference between nested if-else and if-else statements? Arufa? You're not audible. Still you're not audible. You're not still audible, Arufa.
Now, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So nested if else statement executes if the if statement is true, or else it won't execute. The difference between if else is the if statement executes if it is true, or else if it is false, then it will execute the else statement. Then nested if else statement, it executes the statement which is only if it is true.
If in if-else statements, the normal one, where if the condition is not satisfied, then directly it will print the else. And if condition is satisfied, the statement will be printed. And the nested if-else statements, if the first condition is satisfied, then again under that there'll be another condition. If it is satisfied, then it will print a statement. If it not satisfied, it may go to the else condition. It may directly go to else, and even under else there will be a condition. If it is satisfied, then it will print a statement, or it will print another one. So I think everyone got to know about what is nested and if-else, because last session we couldn't do it completely. That's why. Okay, so today let's move on to today's topic. That is list. So what is list? Common list. Why do you make a list?
To store some data.
To store some data. More common answer.
Whenever you go to buy some things, you make a list.
Yeah, when we go for shopping, we make a big list. Okay. List means where it's this is a very powerful data structure. It used to store and manage a collection of items. So where you create a list, inside that there will be different items. Like the syntax is given down here. It will like first the list name will be there. Then inside the square brackets or the angular brackets or nothing, it should be square brackets. Then inside it, there will be different items separated by comma. And the items can be of any, can be of integer, string, or Boolean type of data types. So this lists are used because they're easy to add a data or remove a data from a list. They are ordered, we can change the values in the list, and we can even sort the list out. So for these things, we use lists. Like the example given down, the fruits is a list name. It's just like creating a variable. First the list name, then enter by equal sign, then you open inside that square brackets. So the items in the lists are apple, banana, cherry. Those apple, banana, cherry are string type of data type. Do anyone remember about the different data types which we learned in Python level 1? Can you guys mention some of them? Ishka raised her hand.
Okay, can I?
Yeah.
String, integer, boolean, float.
Yeah. So here we have, can anyone say which is used in the example down? Which set of
String.
yeah, string is used. So it shouldn't be like only string, only integer, only float, not like that. It can be mixed like apple, next banana. Instead of that, you can use 1, 2. It can be a string or integer, float or boolean. So what are the advantages and why do people use lists? So because they're easy to store and they can easily modify, added, or it's easy to maintain, and we can get to know about how many items are there in the list easily. Then we can even get the minimum, the shortest item or the longest item. It can be easily used and even manipulated. So that's why the lists are used. So the next stop, do anyone have doubt in this slide and this slide?
Pranava, can you ask others to explain this slide? This one.
Kruti,
Yeah, Pranava.
can you explain what is list and why it is used, its advantages?
Yeah, list we use commonly we use, as you said, first to buy the items, and they're used in a list efficiently store collections of items like names and numbers. It means it contains names and numbers, and list can be easily modified by adding, removing, or updating elements. So we can modify that by we can add the things to the list, or we can remove it, or we can update the things. List maintains the order of elements, keeping them in a sequence added. So in the list, we can maintain the order of that elements. List can hold different data types, including numbers, strings, and other lists.
So in list we can also list also includes numbers, strings, and other data types. Lists are easy to use, making it simple to add items or see what's in the list. So usually lists are very easy because when we see it, we can buy it very fastly. No need to think or do anything. By seeing itself, we can make that.
You said about the advantages of list.
Yeah.
Uh, can anyone say what is list?
Pranava, could you explain the second point? Like, what do they mean by modifying or adding?
Oh, okay. In the list, there will be different items. So you have already made a list. So instead of again adding the here by adding comma, you can add an item to the list that you will get to know in the next slides, I think. Can anyone explain what is a list?
List allows us to store a collection of items. It can be in integer, strings, or in any type. And also, when we print it, we can also print it in a sequence.
Yeah, lists are made to store the collection of items. Those items can be either integer, string, float, boolean, and lists are used because they're easy to store data, can be easily modified without adding number, and we can easily get to know about the data, how many items are there in the list. So for that purpose, list is best. So next is list function. So before going to the list, so list function means where you perform an action without actually modifying the list. You're not going to modify the list, but you're still going to perform an action. Like getting to know about the number of items in the list, the number of the largest item in the list or the smallest item in the list. So that's why list functions are used. So here we got three examples of list function. The first one is len function. So len function means it is used to determine how many items are there in the list. Think the participants in this breakout room are the items in the list. So the list name is Team Pranava. So like I have entered all the names of the participants. Now to get to know about how many participants or items are there in the list, we use len function. So we got an example here. WeJump. WeJump is a list name, and Karnataka, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, South Korea. These are all the places where WeJump is there. To get to know how many number of items are there in the list, we use len function. So the syntax is len brackets then the list name. So let me create can anyone see my screen? I think now it is visible. Can everyone see my VS Code screen? Yeah. So now Nakul will assist me how to create a list. Nakul, are you there?
Yeah.
You can assist me how to create a list. You're not audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Assist me how to create a list. First, what should I type?
Fruits.
Okay. Fruits.
Bracket.
Oh, bracket. Which bracket?
Square bracket.
Okay. So here I shouldn't put anything in between fruits and brackets.
Is equals to.
Yeah, equals.
Double quotes.
Yeah.
Apple. After double quotes, you can put one comma and put again double. Mango. Then again you can put comma and put double bracket, double quotes.
One more item.
Then guava. Jackfruit.
Jackfruit. Yeah. So now to print how many number of items are there in a list, first we need to type then and brackets open, and then the list name. What is the list name here?
Fruits.
Yeah, fruits. So now we need to type. Let's assign. Let's print this. So print brackets open. Brackets close. Uh, So can anyone see this? What do you got the output?
Three.
Yeah. Three items are there in the list.
Yes.
Yeah. So in the list, there are three items. So for that, we can use len function, or even we can do this. Assign a variable for this, and then print. So again, we got three. So here the difference was we are just assigning a variable for the len function. Like len means it's indirectly storing the number of items in this. So the number of items was 3. So the value stored here is 3. It's indirectly storing 3. Then it printed it. A means 3. Did everyone got to know what is this?
Yes.
So the max function. So max function returns the largest item in the list. If it is a string, it will count the characters, means each letter, space, what we give, symbols, everything. It counts, and which has the highest number of characters, that thing will be printed. If it is a number, then it will print the largest number. So let's try that. Oh, okay. So for the same, no, create a list with random numbers. Some random numbers. What we need to do is we need to get them the largest, means the highest item in the list. So for that, we assign a variable. So the syntax is, first we need to type max, then the list name, same number. So can anyone guess what will be the highest number? The number
4563285.
Yeah. So it should print. Yeah. Print it. So now instead the max function, can anyone guess which is the opposite?
1.
Yeah. So for the max we should use?
Minimum.
Yeah. So can anyone guess what is a short form and 3 words for
MIN.
minimum? Yeah. Min.
MIN.
Yeah, minimum. So now it should print?
1.
Yeah. Yeah. Printed 1. Can you see the outputs here? Or should I go to collab? If you can see, unmute and say.
Yes, we can see.
Okay. So, can anyone revise what is max and min function? Or should I call out
Can I-
name? Yeah.
Yeah, max function mean in a num list, which is the largest number, will get that number as the output, and the min function gives the uh,
Kruti, your audio is not audible. I think you're in
can
mute.
you am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah, maximum means the in the num function, which will be the highest number, will get that one, and in the minimum function will get the shortest number in the num list.
Yeah. So in max function, we get the maximum valued one, and the min function we get minimum valued list. So instead of this, let us change everything to strings. So the first name will
Okay, my spelling is not that.
so let me change. Sorry. Uh, and okay. Okay, I think if I missed few names, don't think they're not there. So now, actually, I got it. Okay, who has the minimum number of character? Those names will be printed. So,
Vaiga.
Vaiga.
so maximum. Let me put maximum.
Ashrit.
Yeah,
Ashrit.
so maximum was Ashrit and minimum was. Why the interpreter is not considering Vaika name? Okay. I don't know why Vaika name is not being printed. Vaika, some problem with your name? Let's move on to the next one.
How about you remove Arufa's name once and then check?
I request.
I guess this is going to be a pretty interesting case.
Yeah. I've never dealt with this case.
Okay, it's going alphabetical wise. That is why.
Yeah, I think it's going for alphabetical wise.
Yeah.
But it's printing your name when it is max.
It must be checking for all the A
Oh,
names and then the character count or
okay,
something like that.
okay. Now I got to know. I think as per mine, thing first it will count. This is the uh, alphabetical wise, and then it will go to numerical. It's a bit interesting. What if I remove everyone name and add A? No, Z. Oh, it is going on an alphabetical manner. So the thing is that it's not going the number wise, it's going on the alphabetical manner. So that's why even the X is the smallest one, it printed V, Vega. So a main function means where you can do the alphabetical wise. If you put for max, then it will count from the last, the end to beginning. So the end was X. So it will count like Z, Y, X, like that. The first letter comes like Z in opposite manner. Do anyone have doubt in this?
No.
No.
So Vaiga, can you explain?
This code.
Yeah.
So in the first line, you are given a variable number and then a list, like the names. So in the second line, you are again given a variable a equals max number. That is max in the sense the name which has lot of letters. So when you print A, that is like max number, the name with that many letters will be given. In the sense, like if you give Ashrit name, if it has how many, like my name and Ashrit name, if you give, his name has a lot of number letters than mine. So then the max number will be his, right?
Actually, that's not the case. Even
Okay, if it is in the number case,
if it is a number case, so if it is in a string case, it will go by alphabetical manner. So now,
okay, then Ashrit will be like one and mine will be last. Is it in that way?
yeah. So A B C D F G H I J K L M N P, like dictionary, na? I think everyone know how to use a dictionary, a book dictionary, not a mobile one. So the first, it will go by alphabetical manner. First is A. So Ashit name will be printed if it is min. Min means from starting. So first it will print Ashit name, even Vaga name has less characters. If it is max, even the Ashit name has more characters. Vaga name is very near for the starting, for the end, like X, Y, Z. Okay, it's a bit difficult for the reverse alphabets. Okay, so even Ashit name has more characters. V comes at last. When you use max function, it will start counting from last to first. So V will comes first. So we'll print Vaga name. Do anyone have doubt in this?
No.
Pranava, are you running the code?
No?
Like the output is not seen.
Yeah, actually I cleared the output. Okay. Oh, you got the output? Okay, let me open Collab itself. Okay, before that, we go to the next one. So, can anyone summarize list functions in just 1 minute? Nakul? Nakul, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah. Turn on your video and please summarize for me.
So len function, it is used to count the it is used to count the number of items there in the list, and then in the max and mini function, max it shows the like in if it is in number, it shows the highest valued number in the max, and in the minimum it shows the lowest value number.
Can anyone say in strings? Maximum? I think I do unmuted.
Yeah, so in strings, for example, if in the list, if you have two letters like A and Y, so Y prints first because that's the maximum letter. And if you give the minimum function, A prints first.
Let me you find that. Then when you go in alphabetical manner in string, if you use max, you go in a reverse alphabetical. So I think everyone got to know about list functions. So next is list methods. So list methods directly changes or modifies the list. Not like in a function, did we change anything in the list? Did you modify anything in the list?
No.
Yes.
No, right.
Yeah, no, we didn't change anything. We just got to know about the list. Information about the list means maximum value, minimum value, number of items. But in the list methods, we're actually gonna change, not change, modify the list. So the first is append method. It's there. So append method in list, Python is used to add item to the list. Okay, one second. Okay. So first we'll create a list. So let's create a shopping list. Can anyone assist me for shopping list? So each member will give each item, the favorite item, which they want to buy when they go for shopping. So let us start from, okay, Ashwin.
Probably some Oreo.
Oreo, okay.
Yeah.
Oreo. Next, Ashita Sova. Next,
Check your
alphabet.
spellings.
Can I?
Yeah, 1 second. Oreo, okay. And next, okay, Kruti.
Maggie.
I think Maggie's spelling is correct. Okay, next, Arufa.
Dress.
Dress. Okay, next. Kanishka.
Isn't that enough?
No, you need to say one.
Shoes.
Shoe. So I think one member is left. Okay, I think that's enough. Okay. So now I want to buy an ice cream now. So this is a shopping list. Now I want to add another item to the shopping list. So now to add that, first the syntax is the list name. Then you need to type append. Append means it's a syntax where it's used to add an item. So append, brackets open, and I want to add ice cream to the list. So now we are going to print the list. So initially the list items in the list was Oreo, Maggie, dress, and shoes. I added ice cream using append method, and now I'm going to print the new version of list. Ice cream got added. So now, now, I want to remove Arshad's Oreo because it's unhealthy. So to remove Ashit list, so we'll try just instead of append, you need to add dot here. A dot. It's compulsory. Actually, for all the list methods, we usually use dot here. It's a syntax. So shopping list dot remove. Then what you want to remove?
Oreo.
Okay. So now it will print only dress, Maggie, and shoes. So I think everyone got to know about adding and removing item from the list.
Yes.
Okay. Now, anyone explain what is append and remove?
Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah, append we use for adding the items for the list, and remove we use for removing the items from the list.
Okay. So let's move on. So here also we got an example on workshop. So we had a few things in the workshop: registration, campus tour, song, dance, and wisdom of words. So here language game is added. So again, when we print the list, we get the language game will be added. In the remove method, we even got an example in the resume. We will put personal information, education, about skills and experiences, but we usually don't add family names. So here we have removed family from the list. So output will be just personal information, education, awards, and skills and experiences. Everyone got to know about this thing. If you got to know, React with Zoom Reacts.
There in the PPT, in the example, it should be print remove or print resume.
Oh, sorry, I didn't get you.
Like you have given print remove.
Print. Sorry. Okay. Thank you. The errors. Yeah, Arufa.
Yeah, like in the previous slide. Can you go to the previous slide? So here in the first example, inside the WeJump variable, we have file list, but the output is 4.
Some errors are making PPT.
No. It's 4. It's 4. Why are you changing it to 5?
Sure.
Like there are 4: Karnataka, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and South Korea.
Pranava, remember the way programming languages and computers count?
Okay. So, okay. For your thing, I will run this code. Okay. I think you'll get to know about the output. What should be the output? 4. Can anyone tell why it is 4? Yeah, Kanishka.
Okay. So the index, it starts from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So Karnataka 0, right? So total it's 4.
Yeah. In this, always indexing starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the Karnataka's index was 0, then Telangana 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you do for -1, you will go by South Korea, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, and Karnataka. So in the reverse manner. The next is okay. If you had doubt in that, so let's make print. So print WeJump 0. Yeah. So now it's the way how we print a specific item in a list. Like the printing is print WeJump, and inside square brackets we put an indexing number. So 0 is Karnataka, and if I put -4, it will start from the last thing. So it will be Telangana. So you are going in a reverse order. So let's continue. So difference between list function and list method. I think everyone got to know about list function and methods. Can anyone tell what is list function and list method differences? So let me, I will not show this tab. So now anyone can say a difference. Okay, each member will say a difference. Okay, first is Tanishka.
Okay.
You raise your hand.
List functions, so in list function, we are not going to change anything inside the list. We'll just get to know the maximum number of characters and minimum number of characters, and then how many characters are there in the list. That's so it will not make any change in the list. And then list methods, it means we are going to change, or we are going to update the items in the list. We can remove or we can add items.
Next, Ashton raised his hand.
Yeah, well, the same thing with Tanishka said, but you'll have some syntax differences while using functions and methods.
Yeah. In syntax, we don't actually use dot there. It's a different syntax will be there for function and this method. And the difference, you can repeat. I want another one person to say. Inactive to okay, Vaiga, can you say a difference? It can repeat.
Okay, so at 7:27 we have to return to the main session. 2 minutes we have.
Okay, then I can continue. So let me refine this. Okay, in list we are not actually gonna add and modify the items in the list, but in the list method we are directly gonna modify the original list. So actually in this function we are going to do action like printing the number of items, uh, getting the least lowest item, lowest valued or highest valued. In list method, we are going to add or remove items from the list. So question. Okay. Here the question is to create a list of stationary items. Like let me create it. So we need to create a list of stationary items. Okay, stationary items. And next is we need to create a list for this. So I'm gonna add some basic things. Then pen, pencil, eraser, and sharpener. So next, I wanna add notebook. Can anyone assist me to add a notebook? Okay.
Open bracket. Inside the quotation, notebook.
So now notebook, I'm gonna add it to the stationery list. So even you can print so here the len function is used to get how many items are there in the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. The assignment, you guys can take screenshots or
Okay, so assignment you post it in the Google Classroom.
okay. I will post this assignment in Google Classroom and thank you, and you can join for the main room.